What is up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. It's Tuesday night live time. Whoop, 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 whoop. I hope you are all doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the live stream. If you're coming back to see me, welcome back. Rowan says hello, everyone, and hello, Ms. Naomi. Hello, Rowan. How are you? I'll go over my tools really quickly while I'm sitting here. I've got some release papers here from Loena's Designs, and look at that. This little cutie is named Kaida, and I designed the ones that are available for Mary Morales. And to to make it clear, Mary Morales is the name of the event that I am running right now. I know that her name is Margaret Morales, and so it is celebrating the works of Margaret Morales. She may or may not be Mary. That is all up to her. But the event name is Mary Morales. I designed the release papers for the event. And then I've got, look at, I'm using my tray from last year because it just matches so well with everything here. It's from Flawa Designs, and they do have like a actual drill tray along with one of these types of pens and cover minder for this year's event, but this was last year's trinket tray, and I absolutely love the colors. It matches with oleander so well. I use this pen that they have because it's like plastic. I use this for straightening drills. It works really fantastically. And then in my single placer of my pen, I'm using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily over on Etsy. Flawa Designs is also on Etsy. And then in my multi-placer, I haven't picked yet. Let's pick something from my putty caddy that I have. Ooh, does it look familiar? This is from Black Dahlia Diamond Arts. I need to pick a, let's see. Ooh, we could go with, let's go with what a butterfly effect wears. Let's go with Enchanted. Yeah, Enchanted putty from Butterfly Effect Wears. You can also get your own putty caddy from Black Dahlia Diamond Arts over at Black Dahlia Diamond Art. um, and then my pen here, this is from Diamond Pen Pal. This is the Satora pen. They will be coming out with the pen for this year's event very soon. But there were some medical issues, so I didn't want to rush anything. The diamond painting that I am working on is Oleander. Ooh, my lamp's in the way. There we go. Oleander by Margaret Morales from Diamond Art Club. And it's beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So let me say hello to everybody already in the chat. Once again, hello, Shelby, and hi, Rowan. Hi, Kath and Paula. Hello, Heather and Diamonds and Stitches. Hello to Beth and Allison. Who else do we have? Divine. Hello, Divine and Shannon. Hello, Abby and Josh. Hello, Brenda. Who am I missing? You want their birthday confetti cake one? Yes, indeed. So I came up with, I don't know what Enchanted is supposed to smell like. Oh, it smells good though. Look at it. It's beautiful. Mm. Oh, it smells like cotton candy. Something. I don't know. Smells really good though. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, whoops. My tray. My tray here is from Bella Art Dana Cole or Bella Art Diamonds. And this is the obviously Mary Morales tray. It has the hydrangeas and some peonies on top. It has a removable lid, which I will be removing, and a corner pour spout. Very handy. Has the washi tape hack, which I really like, but it's pink. Everything should match, right? I'm getting all matchy tonight. Hello, Kylie. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't know, man. If anybody can look up what Enchanted is supposed to smell like, it smells a little bit grapey almost. I said grapey, GRA, in case you didn't hear me. I don't know, but it smells like candy. It smells really good. I wish I knew where I could check, like, the list or whatever for what things are supposed to smell like, because I feel like I never know. I never know what they're supposed to smell like, I just guess. Because sometimes I have to just take whatever I'm given, either, people that gift butterfly effectwares to me, or when you know, talk to butterfly effectwares and I'm like, "Hey, can you just send me a random 4 and I'll pay you for them?" Because I can't shop on Etsy anymore. That was all because of Mary Morales 2 years ago, technically, back in 2024. Long story for Facebook group. Oh, Disney Princess Queefs? Josh, you're not far off, honestly. It could be Disney Princess Queef. I'd say you're like pretty close to on the money with that. But what is everybody up to tonight? Are you guys diamond painting? Are you just hanging out? You just getting home? What are you up to? I am working on this diamond painting because obviously I told you I was not going to work on Lullaby Touch during live streams because it's just like too much to pay attention to. I've got a lot of work done on it though. I've got about um I would say two normal size like 4x4 squares, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the this size release paper, whatever that is, 2x3. There's 6 of these, and then 2 of the 4x4. Just hanging out. Allison is diamond painting. What are you working on? Hello, Deidre. Her description says cotton candy like. Okay. Just finished Christmas candy shop. Nicely done. Yeah, I would say cotton candy like definitely sounds accurate to what I'm smelling. But yeah, I have like 2 regular sized 4x4 squares left, and then 6 of the 2x3. And I'm really excited about that. There's like a diamond. What am I hearing rattling? What am I hearing that is rattling on this tray? It doesn't even make sense. There's like, hang on a second. There's like, there we go. There's some like 3D printed plastic stuck up underneath here. And my drills were get stuck in it. Well, then let me not use this one for the moment. We don't want to fool around with that. We will switch over to the Ephemera 3D Deep 6. I'll play with that later. I'm making a weird, like, why is it? It shouldn't make a noise. What is rattling on here? You guys hear that? Oh, bumped you. Holy crap. Not do that. But it does. It has like some sort of a rattle sound happening. And I can't figure out why. All right, put the tray down before I hurt myself. Oh, you're Margaret. Ooh. Last row of Lumina. Was just fiddling with my Govee light on my bookcase to get some cool effects. Nice. Very nice. Working on Dragon Spirit. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, I'm really, really excited with the progress that I have on Lullaby Touch. And I think I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight necessarily, but I should probably finish it sometime tomorrow, I would assume. Would be, I think, a good guess. I'm really getting grumpy about the glue on this one. Like as I'm moving further up the diamond painting, the glue is getting more and more testy. Like drills aren't wanting to stick. It's not very sticky. I'm a little bit agitated by that. I don't know what's going on with it. So I think when I do move on to the next square, I'm going to have to spray it down with alcohol because it's got me a little peeved, a little anger feeling. Hello, Sujin. I don't know. I personally don't really like Bellatrix. Fair. This is my first one, so I wanted to try it out. And I it's very lightweight, which I like. Um, but like right in the, I don't know if you can see it. You see right there? Right there. You see that little bit of plastic right there? Well, it had like a whole line of something going from one side to the other. So I was trying to like get that off of there because the drills were sticking up underneath there. But what's rattling? That's the part that I don't understand why it's making any kind of a rattling sound. There's nothing like it's a tray. How does it rattle? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand how it should even be making. It it makes sounds when I like hold on to it. I'm so confused. I'll put that down. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. For a newbie, what will the alcohol do? Beth, thank you for asking. Okay, so um there's a couple of things that you can try when glue is being weird on your canvas. Now, there's a couple of different ways that I mean when I say weird glue. All right. So, one of two things will happen with glue. Either A, the glue will be not sticky. See how this is it's not sticky. Like I can run my finger across the top of it. That is not sticky glue. Um It'll either be not sticky or when you go to lay your drills down, they'll slide all over the place. Now, if you have sliding drills usually means that the glue is not fully cured. There's like it didn't fully cure up. Either they didn't let it dry long enough or something went wrong in the curing process. And the best thing to do in that instance is to actually leave that square open to the air and let it sit for a little bit. Sometimes that's 10 minutes, sometimes that's a half an hour to 45 minutes. It just kind of depends on how slippery it is when you're trying to work with it. You leave it open, allow it to fully cure, and then it should help with the slippery issue. When you're running into issues where the glue is not sticky, if you use an alcohol spray, I put it in a spray bottle. This is 90% alcohol that I picked up at, your local pharmacy or whatever. Like you can get it at Walgreens, Walmart, whatever. Oh, sorry, 91% isopropyl alcohol. I didn't cut it with water or anything like that. I just got 91%, though I've used 70% with good efficacy. So I wouldn't worry too much about using any specific like percentage or volume. I just wouldn't mix it with water. But I spray it onto a square, whatever square that I'm having issues with. And you don't have to worry about the alcohol getting into an old square that you've already worked on. It's going to evaporate. But what I do is now it'll be harder to do with release papers, so I'll grab my plastic back out, but I'll spray the square really well. So let's say it's this square. If this was empty, I spray it down really well, kind of go pretty liberal with it. And then I take my plastic and I put my plastic back down, and then I spread the alcohol out on the square. And it will likely go into this side over because you can see this is a little stickier, but this one is not sticky. It'll go out to the sides down here. You don't have to worry about that. Like I said, it'll evaporate, but you spread that out really good. Make sure that the alcohol gets to all parts of the square, and then you open it back up, and then you start waving your hand so that you allow that the alcohol to dry up a little bit, and you'll feel that the glue will become very tacky. Um, Now, for a little bit, you actually won't be able to lay anything down on the glue. Like it'll be almost like useless glue at that point. But that being said, once you've let that cure and dry out a little bit, then it will be stickier than when you started. So that's the trick that I use when my glue is not sticky. And so far, it has worked a trick. Now, there are other people that swear by using baby wipes. Now, the reason that people use baby wipes is because most of the time, baby wipes have like 10% alcohol in them, which is why people use them. For diamond paintings, they don't realize that what it's doing is the alcohol is reactivating the glue. So that's really what I use the alcohol spray for. Um, but some people do swear by using baby wipes. If you have some around, I don't keep baby wipes around. So, ooh, pot stickers. Yes. Thank you. Dustin just brought me pot stickers. Winning. But yeah. So, if you're having glue issues, that is one way to fix them. You've encountered slippery drills. Yeah, that would be a not curing issue. And that just means you just need to leave it open for a little while, let it air dry some, and that should help it cure up. I thought my issue was I thought that what I was doing was I was running an essential oil diffuser and I thought I was creating too much humidity in my house. Only it kept happening. And I was like, oh, wait, maybe it's not me. And then I started looking into it a little further and realized, oh, it's because it's not cured fully. And actually, it was Dustin, my husband, who helped me come up with the idea to use alcohol spray because I was talking to him about what was going on with the glue, and he's like, "Well, I mean, didn't you? What if you use like an alcohol wipe or something like that, or alcohol on a Q-tip?" And I was like, "Actually, alcohol in a spray bottle would probably work better." He's like, "Well, give it a try." So I did, and it worked beautifully. Oh, well, look who only wants to come and see me when I have food to eat. Hmm. Well, I'm not gonna sugar shame you right now, sugar, because I have food up here on the desk, and I don't need you climbing all over trying to get my food. You went for the Switch Mini Max. Yeah. And the Flint X. I was looking at that Flint. I was. Bella's trays can be really pretty, but I didn't like that my lid seemed to just sit on versus slide in. Oh, see, now mine slides in. I don't know if it's because of the type of tray that I got or what. You got a good tray option there, Josh. Mm, hot stickers. Mm, hot. Mm-hmm. Burning my mouth. But yeah, I one of my least favorite things is having to try and put glue like the dot stick or whatever, the stuff. I hate having to put this onto the canvas. One, because it's like very liquidy. Like you can see in it, it's very liquidy. And so using this stuff, it's like you end up, I don't know, you end up with, I think it's actually drying out in there. Let me see. Ah, yeah, I think it's a drying to the sides in there. It smells like Elmer's glue. But yeah, using this stuff, it's very liquidy. And so you end up making a big sticky mess with it. Whereas the alcohol spray, that actually will just evaporate and dry up on its own. And I don't have to worry about leaving a big sticky mess all over the canvas. And so I found that better than using the dot stick adhesive, that when I use the alcohol spray, it works just fine. Love making pot stickers from scratch. Well, I am not talented in the ways of making pot stickers from scratch. We just buy some stuff at the store. But we've got a really decent, I would say, international aisle at our local like grocery store. Hello, Shell. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Kay and Caleb. How's everybody doing? I was gonna say to you, Shelby, it's a good thing that that diamond painting isn't very big, because at least you'll get through it a little faster, you know? Mm-hmm. I think that the image itself is very cute. It's a shame about the colors on the colors of the drills. But what can you do? Store bought typically have onions. Oh, nope, no onions in this one that I'm aware of. If there are onions, I guess I haven't really looked at the ingredients, but if there are onions, I haven't noticed. Like it's not an obvious ingredient, but you're allergic, right? I don't know. I'd have to look at the ingredients list to know if it had onions in it. If there's onions, there are not obvious onions in it. You know what I mean? Doing finally at DPing. I'm assuming that's what you were probably saying. Finally at the top of my Tweety head, top of the canvas. Ooh, there you go. Need some more soy sauce on this. Yum. Allergic. Okay. I got you. I got you. Hmm. My next color. There you go. But yeah, I like the way they taste. It's good stuff. There was this one brand that we were buying for a really long time of the pot stickers, and I don't know what happened if they decided just not to carry that brand anymore, or maybe they weren't selling very well, so they decided, okay, well, let's go down to like two varieties or whatever. And yeah, they stopped selling that particular variety that I liked better. Shut the door. Hold on. Beans is downstairs barking about something. So we will let him. Oh, I just realized Bacon's laying on the bed. See if I can show you. See if I can show her off. Hold on a second. Take you down for a minute. It's my kitty cat. There's Bacon. She's just chilling. He's hanging out on the bed. There we go. You Bacon kitty. So is it like with your onion allergy, is it like a anaphylaxis situation, or makes your mouth raw, or how do you like what does it do to you? Plum sauce. I like when people cook for me. Although, not gonna lie, I am kind of picky, but I'm sure you deal with that already. Come on, drill. There we go. Oh, not good. Not good at all. All right, there it is. And find my color. And that's not fun. Man, this not sticky glue is going to give me a rash. Making me angry. Just nothing wants to stick to it. And I thought, like, I'm already a hard placer to begin with. So you know if it's not sticking down when I'm placing them, like grinding them into the canvas, you know that glue is just not gluey at all. Pretty irritating. Last time I had an individual onion ring. Oh no! That's no good. I don't like onions, like, as a food by themselves, like bloomin' onions or onion rings or whatever. I don't really eat that. That is not tasty food to me. Yeah, on the next one, I'm definitely gonna have to put down some alcohol. Driving me crazy. Let this go. There it is. Up arrows. Anyways, so I got together a list of things, would you rather questions, if you guys want to play along. It's and because I know that one era that most people in here can at least relate to are the 2000s. So I decided to do a would you rather 2000s edition since some of you are too young for the 80s and 90s, which kind of makes me just sad in my soul. So I decided to do a 2000s version since last time we were talking about some nostalgia to do with the 2000s, like stinky people in the Victoria's Secret. So I thought, okay, well, we can bring up some more 2000s nostalgia and do a like would you rather. That could be fun. If you guys are into it, then I will commence with the questioning, the line of questioning. And so you remember the rules of would you rather. You don't get to pick neither. You or both. I mean, I suppose you could pick both if you had to, but you can't pick neither. You have to pick one or the other. Don't be a dirty cheater, cheaters who don't want to pick answers for things. Or you could just not respond at all. Be like, I refuse to answer the question. Even though that's kind of cheating also, but I'll accept it. I have to. I don't have a choice. I do not have a choice in the matter. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me pull up my line of questions. Ooh, we can start with music and pop culture for the 2000s edition. Would you rather only listen to Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera forever? This would definitely be a neither situation for me. Because I don't like either of them. At least not from the 2000s. Uh I think Christina Aguilera's voice is less annoying. So if I had to pick one or the other, like I have no choice but to pick one or the other, I think I'd pick Christina. Little ex Tina in her tiny little underpants. Shells with me on that neither. Brittany, and it's not even close. Oh, ooh. I think you might be a couple of lonely people. I don't even like Pepsi, but I'll drink it for Brittany. Nice. Very nice. Mm, there's probably a little bit of resentment there for me because we have the same birthday, and I hate that fact, like, with a vengeance. I hate that. Oh god, I hate it so much. She's a year younger than me, though, and so, yeah, there's probably a little bit of resentment in there for the I mean, granted, I don't have any hate for the woman. I definitely did not want to see her, um, like, her entire earnings from all of her life being kept from her. I didn't think that she should have well, there was a little while where I'm sure it was probably a good idea to have her in not necessarily a conservatorship because they legitimately have to like pronounce you as having dementia or something that you cannot make any sort of decisions for yourself. But um I didn't wish any of that on the poor lady. Like that was all very, very sad. Very, very sad for a heavily followed around and paparazzi crazy human being. I don't remember any Christina songs. Yeah, you do. Genie in a Bottle. More well, Shell, I'm also like in the 2000s. I was listening to a lot of like um metal and screamo and that sort of deal. I was not really listening to Christina or Britney. So I'm all about rock music for the 2000s. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Would you rather go to a TRL taping or a Warped Tour show? That'll be a Warped Tour for me. I never even watched TRL. Mm, she was in the movie Burlesque. Yep, with Cher, and then mm, what's the one where she was in the video and she's boxing in basically her underpants? Um, mm, oh, what's that song called? She was a judge on The Voice, wasn't she? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too many of like her really popular songs except for Genie in a Bottle. Last time I went was in 2014. Yeah, Warped Tour. Y'all are with me on that. It's like TRL Live. Who cares? There's probably somebody who cared. It was not me though. I did not care about TRL. I always liked it when on MTV late at night or whatever they'd have Headbangers Ball. I was like, see, this I can watch. I don't really care about TRL and whatever's in the top 20 or whatever. I had to go look up Warped Tour. You'd go with that one? Yeah, Warped Tour is like Ozfest or, that sort of a vibe. Definitely, definitely preferred. Dirty. Oh yeah, Dirty. Yeah, that one. Isn't that the one where she's boxing in her underpants? Pretty sure it is. Fairly certain that's the one. All right, let's see. Hmm. Okay. Would you rather your ringtone be Crazy in Love or Hey Ya forever? Hmm. Definitely going Hey Ya. I don't even think that song has gotten old for me yet. I say yet. I'm sure it could get old for someone, but I am not quite there yet. I mean, crazy in love, like respect to Beyonce. She's got a fantastic voice, but I do prefer Hey Ya. It's gonna be my ringtone. I wonder if people like, do people still use songs for ringtones anymore? I mean, I'm sure people probably do, but any of you guys use songs for ringtones? Like actual little clips of a song? Everybody's going, hey, y'all with me. Hello, Alondra. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Calf. Current ringtone is The Remedy by Seether. Okay. So at least somebody does. What's yours, Shannon? What is your what is your singing ringtone? My phone is on do not disturb all the time now. Mine too. See, I just have mine on constant like vibrate. I don't like if I don't want to answer my phone, then I don't answer my phone. Most of the time I'm like using my phone to listen to something or watch something, so I've got headphones on. I don't really need a ringtone because it's probably going to interrupt whatever I'm watching or listening to anyways. So I'm more or less interrupted by silence than by a song or a sound, you know. My phone is always silent now thanks to work. Yeah. Lincoln Park lost. Okay. Nothing wrong with some Lincoln Park. If my phone rings, it better be an emergency. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Or it's bill collectors, and I don't want to answer those anyways. It's like, leave me alone. I'll pay you when I can afford to. Sugar, what are you doing? Don't you scratch on my door. We can maybe get a sugar shame in here since I don't have any food up here anymore. Come here, sugar. Come here, sugar. Come here, sugar. Let's put you on your back and show you to the people. Yeah. Look at sugar. Yeah. She's looking for food. She thinks I still got food up here. I don't have any food for you, dog. No food for you, dog. Yeah. Good girl, aren't you? You can go to sleep. You go to sleep. All right, get out of there. You get out of there. It's like, you don't have any food? What is this bull crap? You let me in here, locked me in the room to give me no food? That's right. That's right, sugar. No food for you. Crying about it won't make a difference. I don't have any. No, I don't have anything for you, sugar. I'm sorry. I shamed you for nothing. I could give you excuse you. I could give you a peanut butter I could give you a peanut butter pretzel. Oops. Here, I'll give you a peanut butter pretzel. What that? Peanut butter. Okay, there you go. Ooh, there you go. Have a peanut butter pretzel. Turn your nose up at my peanut pretzel. Get it. I'm so picky. So picky. Chun Li by Nicki Minaj. Oh, nice. I left to listen to some Christina Aguilera. I do not remember Genie in a Bottle, but I do remember Ain't No Other Man. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that one. My ringtone used to be Adrenaline by In This Moment. Too lazy to change my new phone's ringtone. I get that. Okay. Would you rather be obsessed with boy bands or pop princesses? Would you rather be obsessed with boy bands or pop princesses? Neither would be what I'd like to pick, but since that's against the rules, um I have to pick one or the other. I don't know. I really like depends on the boy band. Okay. So like would Boys to Men be considered a boy band? They're like the original boy band, right? And I love Boys to Men. I think I think that some like men's songs harmonies are better than just one person singing by themselves, like a Britney Spears or a Christina Aguilera or a Mandy Moore, right? Um, I think there's something to be said for the talent in singing in like 5-part harmony, even though I don't generally like your typical boy bands um like New Kids on the Block or Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, that sort of situation. Like, that's not enticing to me in any kind of way. Boys to Men was the only one I was into. Right. Okay. So, if like, I mean, Blink 182, Taking Back Sunday, they're not technical. I mean, yes, it's a band full of boys. So if that counts, then I guess probably we'll go with boy bands if we're going to go ahead and cheat like that. I'm into it. Pop Princess seems like the less gay choice. They're both pretty gay, Josh. They're both pretty gay. I hated New Kids on the Block as a kid. Me too. Me too. Okay, so I'm taking those off so that I can spray my square down and then use my plastic release paper on the section so that I can get the, because I mean, it's slightly more sticky than the other square was, but not by a lot. So what I do is I spray it down. Like I said, you get pretty liberal with it. You don't have to be scared. And then I take my release paper and I kind of spread the alcohol out on it just to make sure that it, hits all the parts. Sometimes I'll take my shirt and just like soak up some of the extra alcohol that's on there. But then I take, use my tweezers. Then I take that off, the plastic off, and I leave it kind of, sometimes you can just spread it a little bit, spread it out, make sure it hits all the parts. And then I leave it open and let that like dry up a little bit. I just didn't want to get my release paper wet with alcohol. Real Big Fish is good. Yeah. Roach. Nice. All right. Let that dry. And then you'll notice, like right now, it's in the slippery stage. Right now, it's still in the slippery stage because that alcohol hasn't evaporated all the way, and so it's not cured yet. But it does start to. Hold on 1 second. Barking, go get them. She's like, let me bark at them. The once it does start to evaporate off, though, like this glue will start to become really sticky again. But if I was to try and lay down drills at the moment, they wouldn't stick because it's not quite ready yet. This one I can lay back down though. This release paper. There we go. I'm gonna lay that back down for the moment. Oh yeah, that's getting good and sticky now. Very good and sticky. So yeah, like I said, alcohol spray. This has been a lifesaver, and I don't think that I've even used the dot stick since I started trying to use the alcohol method. And you see, nothing came off of here. Like these drills are still stuck down. They're not going anywhere, even though it got a little bit of alcohol on like these few drills over here. everything's just fine. And then, nope, wrong color. Wrong color squeaky chair. All right. Then it should now work really well. I gotta put some more of my enchanted dot dot putty into my thingy here. All right, next question. Let's see. What do we got? Ooh, would you rather live in the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Charmed? Would you rather live in the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Charmed? And for me, it's going to have to be Buffy. I mean, Charmed is all well and good. It wasn't one of my like go-to shows in the 2000s. Definitely Buffy was. Ooh, bumped ya. And Angel for sure. Like Angel and Buffy were, I would actually go out of my way to make sure that I didn't miss new episodes when it would come up on like, well, at one point it was on Tuesday nights and then they moved it to or Wednesday and then they moved it to Thursday or Thursday and they moved it to Wednesday. Either way, um I would actually make sure that I was available to watch it when it came out on TV. Although later, I remember I watched a lot of Charmed um on TBS, I think it was. Spike. Yeah. See, I'm an Angel girly. I personally think that I liked Angel better than I liked Spike, but um I think that, depending on what you like Spike for, I liked Angel in relationships with Buffy better than Spike, but I thought Spike was funnier, like in the show. My sister had the biggest crush on James Marsters. Marsters, that's Spike's name, I think. Yeah, my sister was kind of obsessed with that guy. I blame part of my sister's like dysfunctional um relationships on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Do you see how much stickier that this like glue is now that I've put alcohol spray on it? Like it's amazing in comparison to what it was. Super, super sticky in comparison. Like the drills are sticking right down the first time. The popping is really nice on this particular glue. Like, would highly recommend if you're having non-sticky glue issues, use alcohol. It's good stuff. There's supposedly a new Buffy series. Yes, Shell, there is. And the thing that I like about that is that it's not supposed to be a reboot. It's supposed to be like an actual sequel to the original. They're they're continuing the story where it left off in the same world, but they're not trying to, rewrite Buffy as a whole other character, person, whatever. I do like that about it because I hate reboots personally. Like, leave my childhood alone, would you? Can we start our kits tonight? Yes. Yes, we can. You should see my merchandise collection of Buffy and Angel. You showed me some of it, like when you were showing us, I think you were showing us your pens or something, Glory, and you'd shown us your wall of collectibles. Pretty rad. Pretty rad. You're to the Glory season in your rewatch. Nice. I'm picking both. Something Sunnydale. Nice. Oh, I love it. Um, okay. Would you rather binge the OC or One Tree Hill? Would you rather binge the OC or One Tree Hill? Can I be honest? I'm gonna need help with this, guys, because I've never watched either of those shows. I don't know if I'm like, if that means that I'm missing something. Like, I don't know if that means that I'm somehow a horrible human being because I haven't seen them. I also never watched shows like Dawson's Creek. I've never watched an episode of Dawson's Creek, and so, like, I don't I don't know if I'm missing out on that, you know? So, if somebody wants to tell me which one I should pick of the OC and One Tree Hill? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so Peyton is my girl. Alright. I did try to watch the 90210 reboot. Oh, that one was horrible, especially because guess what? The bitchy character's name is Naomi. I'm like, "Listen, y'all are wrong anyways. I don't know too many Naomis. I mean, I don't know too many Naomis as it is, but I don't know too many Naomis who are thought of as being bitchy. I mean, the actual, like, Hebrew meaning of the name Naomi is pleasant. I don't think I've ever met a mean Naomi in my lifetime. I don't know any Naomis, like, I don't hang out with Naomis, but I've never met one that was, like, outright bitchy. So I think that the show just got it wrong. They just picked a really cool sounding name, 'cause I think my name sounds cool, and then made a bitchy character with that name. Like, how rude. How very, very rude. Yeah, I don't know. Here finally had drama at my store. Oh, no. A few episodes of Dawson until my mom forbade me to. Kindred the Embraced? What they made a show? I mean, interesting. The new the new Interview with the Vampire is actually pretty decent, I have to say. I was ready to be really disappointed, and I actually have enjoyed what I've seen very much. And I have to tell you, like, the amount that I was completely and utterly obsessed with Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire books, and then the original movie, which had Brad Pitt, because Brad Pitt as Louis was perfect. Uh, and Brad Pitt was and is a stone cold fox. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go. Different question. Would you rather quote Mean Girls or Napoleon Dynamite forever? Mean Girls is the only correct answer to that question. I don't know how there could be a I don't know. I mean, Napoleon Dynamite is great and everything, like vote for Pedro, but Mean Girls is so much more quotable than Napoleon Dynamite is. So, yeah, gotta go Mean Girls on this one. Like, one of my favorite lines in a movie is where she's like rubbing her boobs and she's like, there's a 30% chance that it's already raining. That's probably one of my favorite lines in the history of just any movie at all. So Dawson's Creek was good. Still didn't watch the other two. Yeah, I don't know. Tina, eat the food. No, you can't have my tots. Uh, you've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, Allison? It's good. It's good. It's funny. Mean Girls, but there's a quesadilla. Make me a damn quesadilla. Oh my goodness. Napoleon Dynamite is oh, the Liger. pretty much my favorite animal. They're both very quotable, but ooh, okay. Would you rather be stuck watching Laguna Beach or Flavor of Love on repeat? Now, I never watched Laguna Beach, but I will tell you that I watched the shit out of Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Daisy of Love, and they are just so trashy. In fact, my oldest, I got her hooked because she likes to watch she liked to watch Bad Girls Club, I think is what it was called. And I was like, "Ooh, you want real trashy TV? Like, I've got the trashiest TV for you." I've Shelby, I saw a little bit of the new Mean Girls. I didn't realize it was a musical until after I had turned it on, and then I turned it promptly off. Flavor Flav! Oh my god. It's like we would not have Tiffany Pollard if it were not for that's New York. If it were not for Flavor of Love. I mean, I don't know. I watched all of that trash. It was so trashy. I actually, okay, get this. I became friends with Pumpkin from the show via Facebook like ages ago. Um and what was her name? Toasty? I don't know. I met them via Facebook. It was very weird. I like somehow ended up friends with a bunch of reality TV like air quote stars, right? They were famous because of reality TV back in the like early days of Facebook. And it was because I was legitimately friends with a woman who was on Scream Queens. And then I had become like legitimate friends with somebody who was on like a Fox reality show called Solitary. And I don't know if it was like these people thought that I was an actress, like in Hollywood actress, because yes, I was an actress, but I was an actress like via the Renaissance Fair system. But I don't know if maybe they thought I was like some sort of agent or some sort of Hollywood actress or something, because I would get all of these random friend requests from people who are on like reality TV. I was like, this is very weird to me. Hello, little one. How you doing, Missy? Punk going to be on Jennifer Hudson's birthday. Ooh. Yeah, I also like your classic musical, not really Mean Girls was not what I was looking for. Legally Blonde, the musical is really good. I haven't seen the movie, so I probably would like Legally Blonde, the musical, because I wouldn't have anything to like go off of. But um, would you rather only watch Disney Channel original movies or early Pixar films? Uh, I didn't like really any of the Disney original movies. I I can't think of any off the top of my head that I'm like, man, I loved that movie. If you guys can and you can jog my memory, but otherwise, I'm gonna have to go with early Pixar movies because I love early Pixar movies. A Bug's Life? Are you kidding me? A Bug's Life is still one of the best early Pixar movies. I mean, Toy Story 1 was okay, but A Bug's Life was one and still is one of my favorite Pixar movies, like to this day. High School Musical all the way. High School Musical, oh wait, yeah, I suppose that's a Disney Channel original movie, isn't it? No, I haven't watched Legally Blonde. I don't know how that happened, but I've seen basically everything else Reese Witherspoon has been in, though. That's what's weird that I haven't seen Legally Blonde. Like, how is that even possible? Yes. So, Noelle, I would love to work on Witch's Tea House or Witch's Tea Shop, which is Tea House. No, it is Witch's Tea House. Would like to work on that tonight. Heck yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Would you rather bring back MySpace or early Facebook? Oh, Lizzie McGuire. I've seen Lizzie McGuire too. Interesting. Yeah, I mean Disney Channel movies were okay, but I still think I like early Pixar. Um, okay. So, would you rather bring back MySpace or early Facebook? See, I'm actually old enough to have needed to put in a college that I was attending for Facebook. Um, like that's how long I've had a Facebook when you actually wrote on someone's wall. I loved early Facebook because you were like always able to see in your feed your friends when they posted something, boom, it would go into your feed. Like you didn't have to go and look at their page because you didn't have all of these ads, you didn't have all of these groups and pages and all that sort of thing. Like taking a 5 year break from Facebook and coming back to it, I have to tell you, it was like relearning how to use, well, not even relearning, learning how to use Facebook because it looked nothing like the Facebook that I left behind in 2019. It was like, what? Wasn't old enough for MySpace, but if I could have partook, I would have, man, preferred to. Yeah, I loved early Facebook. I had a MySpace that I didn't really do much with. I did not have many friends on MySpace, but I had lots of friends on Facebook. Lots and lots and lots. Oh my god, I can't get over how much stickier this freaking glue is now. As far as like the drills sticking down to it, much, much better. Much better. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Everybody had Tom. That's right. I had Facebook when they still had the battle dragons. Yes. Do you remember? Do you remember Shell? Not the battle dragons game, but it was like legitimately a castle building game where you would build your army, and then they started doing like Mafia and other games like that castle game. But I used to play Mafia on Facebook too. But yeah, you used to have these like castle building games that you would play, and then like other people could play with you, or like if you did Farmville, they would come to your farm and they would, like pull up your weeds or whatever on your Farmville game. God, yeah, I haven't thought about that in forever. Castle Ages. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Sujin's a wee baby. Sujin's a wee baby. Wee little baby. Early Facebook and had MySpace also. Yeah. Yep, I said it. I said Farmville. Um, let's see. Would you rather only take photos with a flip phone or a digital camera? Would you rather only take photos with a flip phone or a digital camera? Well, for me, I care what the image looks like when it's done. So, digital camera for me. Um, I hate shitty grainy pictures, like, with, bleeding passion, hate them intensely. So, yeah, I remember just how awful. Oh gosh, do you remember like texting and we legitimately had to push the whatever button 4 times to get to an S? Like heaven forbid you had to write a word that had a lot of S's in it, like Mississippi, forget about it. Texting on a flip phone was its own personal torture. But yeah, I the photos on a flip phone look like ass. Like what? I don't know. We were all impressed because it was like 4 megapixels. T9, yeah. Kids are trying to use them again. Oh, the children. They don't even know. $1.50 per text. Yep, absolutely. Ooh, oh no. Would you rather hear the dial-up tone every time you log on to the internet or wait 5 minutes for a page to load? Ugh, good lord. Um, both terrible, honestly. But at least the the dial-up sound or whatever was fairly temporary, you know what I mean? Like, it would end eventually, you didn't have to listen to it, but the one time you were logging in. So, if it's that or waiting, 5 minutes for a page to load, I guess I'm gonna listen to the freaking to the, dial-up sound, as long as I only have to listen to it once rather than waiting for every page to load for 5 minutes, forget about it. I was so impatient even back then. And then I think about when like people are inconvenienced for 30 seconds their page isn't loading and they're already bitching about it and it's like you do not even know. Dial up tone. Yep. Yep. Fax machine still makes, yeah, the fax machine still make that sound. Yep. Because the dial up noise, I'll wear headphones. Absolutely. Um, oh God. Would you rather wear low-rise jeans or velour tracksuits forever? Oh my God. Okay. I had a lot of low-rise jeans. I've never owned a velour tracksuit. Never have I ever. Um, and nowadays, a velour tracksuit sounds awesome because it sounds like something really comfortable to wear to just like lounge around the house in. The struggle of trying to sneak onto the internet in the middle of the night. Yes. Oh my gosh. But I did have a lot of low rise jeans. I had a whole lot of low rise jeans. As soon as like mom jeans kind of took over and became the thing, I was like, oh, that's so sad. Like, do you know how many like pop princesses are no longer relevant anymore because of all of you ladies out here wearing mom cut jeans? The mom high waisted. Gross. But yeah, I've never owned a velour tracksuit, but it sounds pretty amazing for like this time in my life. Wouldn't have been caught dead in a velour tracksuit in my 20s. They were terrible too. They were juicy and did not fit right. Ah, got you. Yeah, never owned one. Um, that's right. Most of those were juicy couture, right? Yeah, yeah, they were. and I wasn't cool enough to own anything that said Juicy Couture on it. I'm in my sweatpants era. Give me all the tracksuits, right? I'm there with you. Um, ooh, would you rather bring back butterfly clips or frosted lip gloss? Okay, I have to tell you, I absolutely loved my butterfly clips because I used to do that thing where you would take, like chunks of your hair and then you would twist it and then clip it, bumped you, and then clip it back on your hair. Like I 100% had so many of those. Hmm. I loved my little butterfly clips. I had dozens. So as for me, definitely going to pick the butterfly clips. Also, I'm not good at wearing lip gloss anyways because, like, when the wind blows, there is nothing worse than having your hair blow across your face and stick into your lip gloss. Like, bleh, so gross. So gross. But I love those butterfly clips, man. I worked at, okay, so this should age me a little bit. I worked at a Deb store. If you know what the Deb store is, then you know um really how trashy your mall was because the Deb store was like definitely the place where people who were strippers would come to shop for their shoes and underpants because you could get like sets there and they'd be not as nice as like Victoria's Secret, but they were serviceable. It was a serviceable set of bra and panties. And I worked at the Deb store and loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, and we had like a lot of, like the things in the baskets up at the register that you could buy. And I remember like frosted lip gloss was always something that was in the little like, you know, the last chance to buy it, so buy it at an impulse at the register or whatever, frosted lip gloss in shitty tubes that smelled like candy flavors, right? I'm sure they tasted like candy flavors too. And oh god, just had glitter in it. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But yeah, I would I'd be working and somebody would want some of the frosted lip gloss or whatever, and it's like, how do you not end up with all of your hair stuck in it? Ew. Yucky, yucky. Butterfly clips, they double as weapons against annoying people. Yeah. Yes, yes. Um, Oh, would you rather wear platform flip-flops or tiny shoulder bags? Like, are we talking those tiny backpacks? Those tiny backpack purses? Because I freaking loved those things. I can't even tell you how many tiny backpack purses that I had. Several many. Let's put it that way. I loved the utility of being able to both simultaneously not fit anything and then also fit everything into my tiny backpack, my little tiny backpack purse. Tiny shoulder bags. I would break my ankles with platforms. Right. Yeah, I never really wore platform anythings, although I did really love to wear like a chunky shoe or a chunky boot sort of situation. just not flip-flops because I don't like anything touching between my toes. So, flip-flops, hate tiny shoulder bags that can barely fit anything. A shoulder bag is not technically the backpack. Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna go with if it is the backpack. And I'd still probably go with it because, like I said, I can't wear flip-flops. I can't have anything touching in between my toes. Oh, would you rather shop only at Hot Topic 2003 version or Abercrombie and Fitch 2005 version? Um, so for me, it would probably be Hot Topic anyway, just because I never shopped at Abercrombie and Fitch. Like I would wear American Eagle, like their jeans. Oh my gosh, the jeans at American Eagle were always my favorite jeans because it was the one place I found where the jeans would actually fit me because I was teeny tiny. I mean, I was both very, 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 very short and then very, 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 very skinny. And so, um, American Eagle jeans were my jam. Loved it. Love, love, loved it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Hot Topic for sure because I liked to wear a lot of things from Hot Topic. Like I remember I got this like velour corset sort of situation from Hot Topic in the like late 90s, early 2000s, and absolutely loved the clothes there, but it was so freaking expensive. It was the only place where I could really find um what would be considered like Victorian goth looking clothes. So, yeah, safe bet it's gonna have to be Hot Topic for me. Those massive pants with all the pockets were the best. Heck yeah. All right, let's see. How about mm, would you rather have ooh, would you rather star no, we'll ask that one in a minute. Would you rather play The Sims original or Roller Coaster Tycoon forever? Um, so I never really played much of the original Sims, so I don't know if it's like super good. I remember I think I've mentioned this before. I become really weird when I start playing games of like simulator game type situation. How to explain without explaining too much. Um I would play The Sims and then I would build specifically this tiny room for the person to live in, and then I would give them no bathroom. I wouldn't feed them or whatever. I would just build this tiny box of a room with no toilet, no shower, no company, no windows, no nothing. And then just like let them let them sit there and live their life inside of a box. And I was like, I certainly should not be playing Sims game. I would playing The Sims while wearing my Hot Topic t-shirt all day and all night. um, I did like the tycoon games though, to be fair. I did like those a lot. But yeah, I don't know if I just become like some sort of a serial murderer or something when I play Sims types games. Something goes haywire inside of me. And I just shouldn't play those types of games. Like this person really wants a toilet. And I'm like, well, you can't make me build a toilet. I'm lazy. And I don't feel like Naomi out here playing God. That's right. That's right. I'm like, I don't feel like building you a toilet. You can pee in your pants, but they won't pee in their pants. So they just sit there and like cry about it. And I'm like, well, you keep crying about it. Uh, Only babies cry about not being able to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we decided might not be a great idea for Naomi to play these games. Like um absolute cosmic power, itty bitty living space. Um all right, let's see. Recently watched a TikTok live stream where the streamer built a Hunger Games arena in The Sims and let the viewers nominate their spouses as tributes. I like it. Um okay. Ooh, here's a here's a bad question. Would you rather relive middle school, but it's 2004, or relive high school, but it's 2008? Yikes. Would you rather relive middle school, but you're in 2004, or relive high school, but it's in 2008? Whatever age that I'm in or years that I'm in where I do not have any access to Facebook is the correct answer. I am so glad that, like, yeah, I spent some of my early 20s on Facebook, but for the most part, Facebook was so new that you didn't have all of this everything, right? And in 2008, I feel like you're definitely cognizant of the online crap that's happening in the world, you know? You graduated in 2009. Okay, so then reliving high school in 2008 wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, Shell also pass on everything being recorded. Right. First year of high school was in 2008, so just stay there. Middle school sucked. Yeah, I'm just very, 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 very glad that none of what I was doing or none of what I was into or whatever was really highly made public for everybody else to see, you know? And I'm grateful for that. I did not need anybody else seeing how stupid or messy my life was. My first year of high school was in 2008. I'll stay there. Yeesh. I graduated in 1999 and definitely high school was a different place in 2008. Like, trying to remember what year. I don't do math. Um, it was probably 2000 2005 or 2006 when my oldest started attending like kindergarten or whatever, right? So, um, by 2008, she was probably, I don't know, maybe nearing the end of fourth or fifth grade. No, that can't be right. Maybe like second or third grade. She was born in 2001. Um, but like, I can't even imagine because I remember when she was 9 and 10 that she used to be obsessed with iCarly, the Nickelodeon show, and she and her younger sibling all the freaking time would be stealing my clothes. It was just, uh, see, but I was very, very, very small at that time. Feeling old, graduated 1983. Don't feel bad, Beth. Anyone born in the 90s or in the 1900s is old, let's right? Mary, I agree. It's like all of this social media makes me so nervous. Like I okay, I was watching what was I watching? Um oh, okay, here we go. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, okay, and I was watching like earlier seasons because now I think the show is in like its 19th season or something like probably way more than that. And one of the contestants, specifically Laganja Estranja, um, if you go back and you watch season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race and you kind of listen to the way that during RuPaul's Drag Race when she's talking, it's so cringy. And I sat there wondering to myself, like, I wonder if she ever goes back, watches her performance on RuPaul's Drag Race or the stuff that she said or the ways that she did things or the, yes, yes, God, and all of this and like just goes, oh man, I was so embarrassing. I knew my gen was effed when they introduced smart boards and iPads in class. And what's funny is like so much of that as a resource is fantastic to have for kids. Like the ease of access with regard to information is phenomenal, but parents and kids and teachers are not great at showing children how to like check sources and make sure that what they're looking at is real and to make sure that what they're looking at isn't dangerous in some kind of way. And that's a really hard balance to find with your kids. Laser discs. Yeah. You know what I really do miss though is just the innocence of being able to take my happy little ass to the roller rink. All right, let's see here. While trying to read. Let's see, let's see. And unfortunately, like a lot of the skating rinks had kind of closed down by the time that my kids started to come up, but I got to take them to the roller rink a few times before the one, especially in our town, closed down. And it was like there were just more things to do, I feel like, and less things to do for me than, like, say, maybe my mom's generation, even less so for my kids to do. Um, let's see here. How about Oh, here we go. Would you rather date 2007 Pete Wentz or 2009 John Mayer? Smartboard is so useful to the teacher. The real problem is the curriculum has slowly lessened in expectations, and no homework does not set up people for no, no. In fact, whenever I was assigned homework, I very rarely did my homework because I knew that I could pass whatever tests they were going to give me. I just didn't see the freaking point. It was like, what what does assigning me homework going to accomplish when you see that I pass every single test that you give me? There's got to be a happy medium somewhere where it's like you're still able to show the kids the smart board or whatever in the morning or in the afternoon or whatever, but then to not lazy your way through their curriculum to just hand out homework at the end and expect the kid to retain the information, you know? That even a question, Pete Wentz. Pete Wentz. Y'all are some Pete Wentz fans. I think that 2009 um John Mayer just looked like a Muppet. Looked like a crazy curly-headed Muppet. And I never really found John Mayer all of that attractive, so I'm gonna have to go with Pete Wentz myself. Pete Wentz out of choices. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. About hmm. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these are so ridiculous. Would you rather accidentally send a flirty AOL Instant Messenger message to the wrong person or post it as a MySpace bulletin? Oh my gosh. Uh, well, I am plenty good enough at doing stupid shit all on my own that I didn't need to post it to a person directly or to my MySpace like page, which is probably why I stayed off of mine for so long. There we go. Mm, bulletin. Yeah. I have needed homework to master subject matter, but a lot of them do. And the other thing it is doing is teaching them diligence. Mastery slash work does not just mean during business hours. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It was also there just a lot to do with the method of the way that they were teaching me slash us. I I was doing fine retaining the information that homework was honestly more of a hindrance. It's like, I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let's find another one. It's a subject I'm very passionate about. That's fair. I mean, you're a teacher. I can understand you being passionate about that. Um, oh no. Would you rather wear Juicy Couture in public now or your 2004 prom outfit now? Would you rather wear Juicy Couture in public now or your 2004 prom outfit? Well, I didn't go to prom. Um, I was a loser. I did go to a prom. No, it was homecoming. I'm a liar. I never went to prom. I went to homecoming. I was too much of a loser to have a date, and I didn't want to be a loser who went by myself. So I did not go to prom. And I wouldn't have had a 2004 prom because I graduated in 99. Um, but I like I said earlier, I would go with Juicy Couture just because of like the fact that it's all like velour sweatpants, right? There we go. No prom here, so I get to wear what I want. Yeah, I like it. We non-prom people, we can have our own party. Let's see. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just reading these questions. Would you rather? Oh no. Would you rather have your crush see your fanfic about them? No, just your fanfic, not your fanfic about them. Would you rather your crush see your fan fiction or your playlist that you named after them? uh, I have definitely written a little bit of fan fiction. I'm not going to lie. I will not tell you what my fan fiction is about. However, you do not get to know that. It was very cringy. It was very horrible. And if I had to pick between like my fan fiction and my boyfriend seeing that or a playlist that I like named after my crush, but then like yikes. Cause then, does he get to know what songs are on it? Because that's really embarrassing too. Oh my god, they're both embarrassing. Did anybody else write fan fiction? Am I all alone in that? Anybody else a fan fiction nerd? Because I wrote some really horrible shit. And I'm not even talking like horrible in grammar and delivery and that sort of thing. Like, Where are my other fanfic people at? Playlist, because who knows what songs are on there. It could also include I Hate You So Much right now. Um, yeah, like that one song. What is it? Puddle of Mud. She effing hates me. She effing hates me. So bad. So bad. Sugar, quit trying to push my door open. Sugar, stop. What are you doing out there? Oh, like scratching the door, scratching the door. Oh my gosh. Started to write an X-Men fanfic once, but then the laptop crashed and I gave up. Oh my goodness. Mm, ooh, would you rather go back to the 2000s knowing what you now know or relive it completely unaware? How long are we talking? Would you rather go back to the 2000s knowing what you now know or relive it completely unaware? Um, I mean, obviously, if I went back and I knew what I know now, I would know very, very well to stay away from social media, to stay away from probably politics and all kinds of things that cause me undue stress in my life. Like, obviously, I'd want to go back knowing what I know now. And then I feel like I'd be better armed and equipped to deal with it. But having to go back there, like, no. And not knowing, no. Because, like, yeah, there is, blissful ignorance or whatever, but that only keeps you safe for so long. I think Kid Me could have used the help, right? Yeah. Because yikes. See. Mm, um, would you rather accidentally wear matching outfits with your ex or sit next to them at a reunion show? Like if you were in a reality show, would you rather wear matching outfits with your ex or sit next to them at a reunion show? Oh man, reunion shows were so trashy in the 2000s. I love me some reunion shows. Uh I definitely don't want to be wearing like matching outfits. If I sit next to him, even if it's at a reality show like reunion or whatever, I don't have to speak to him. Hmm. I can ignore him if I'm just sitting next to him, but we're wearing the same clothes, then I just look pathetic. Mm, matching outfits. Try not to be in the same half of the state as my ex. That's fair. Yeah. Oh no. Would you rather your teen self roast you or your current self roast teen you publicly? So, would I rather take a roasting from my current self or a roasting from my teenage self publicly in both situations? Um, I would definitely if I roasted myself publicly when I was a teenager, I'm pretty ruthless. Like I roast my friends, I roast my kids, I roast people who probably don't even deserve it. And granted, it's all in good fun. And most people who would even, I don't know, get mildly offended are pretty good sports about it. But I think that teen teen me, if I was roasting my teenage self, oh, I would have taken it so personally. I would have had my undies all the way bunched. Bring back Jerry Springer. Oh no. Maybe if you were seated next to him at a Jerry Union or Jerry a Jerry Springer reunion show. Oof. But yeah, I think that my teen self probably would have taken everything way too seriously and would have been butthurt instead of just realizing that like it's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay for others to laugh too, as long as, you're not as long as you're not being really cruel about it. But that was one thing my younger sibling was never really good at taking that kind of humor. Too kind to myself. Couldn't roast myself either way. Plus, I'm cooler now, in my own mind at least. Fair. Um, see if I can place this down here. There we go. I've not seen Jerry Springer, but the Weird Al song by the same name is great. Oh gosh. Do, do, do. What are we looking for? Either way, as long as it was a money making event and proceeds went to charity. There you go. There you go. Um, sorry, reading through. Let's see. Would you rather? Hmm. Just reading through the questions. Oh, oh no. Would you rather The oh, here we go. Relationships, feelings, and bad decisions. Would you rather be the rebound or the lesson? Interesting. Would you rather be the rebound or the lesson? Um, I mean, neither, obviously. Nobody wants to be a rebound or a lesson. But I think I would probably like honestly, truthfully and honestly, I think I would rather be the lesson. I feel like rebound relationships when people break up from rebound relationships, like it's it almost seems like less care all around is given about like even how the two people break up. It's like um I think sometimes deciding to break up with somebody when you're having like really passionate fighting and you're a hard lesson because I don't know, for whatever reason, you're the hard lesson. It seems like those kinds of breakups are always worse because you care more about the person, whereas like a rebound relationship, they don't care as much about you. So I guess I'd rather be the lesson because then it really means something. Hey Marie, good to see you, lady. How you been? But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just get this feeling that like being the lesson means that they cared more about you. Because every time that someone has been a lesson to me, they've meant more than a rebound relationship did. A rebound relationship, all that they ever taught me was that I should have waited to date until after I was like spent some time to myself. That's all a rebound relationship ever taught me. Was like you need to give yourself more space and more time. Sometimes the rebound becomes the one. I've seen that a lot. Yeah, that happens too. That definitely happens too. Guess it just kind of depends on how badly the lesson really screwed them up. Because sometimes for some people, I'm not saying that this is the case for me necessarily or guys that I've dated, but for some people it seems like the rebound is more about like, oh, let's just get you laid in between this person and the right person or whatever. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Like they're the only reason that they're with a rebound is to get over the lesson, right? I certainly don't want that. Taking it a day at a time. Well, you're missed, lady. You are definitely missed. Um, hmm. Oh wow, let's see. Would you rather your old email address be your work email forever or your screen name be your legal name? Like an old screen name? Would you rather your old email address be your work email forever or your screen name be your legal name? What's a screen name? Hold on a second. Oh, like, okay. So my I feel like one of my screen names And I'm not going to share what it is because it would give away some very vital information about me. But one of my screen names, like at for short, people would call me Dell, and I was totally fine with that. I'd never have had like a really super embarrassing email address. Like they've all been pretty tame email addresses. I didn't have like, oh, but scooter 6969 or anything super, super embarrassing like that, though I have had, honestly, on resumes, like at my last job, you ask for somebody's email address or whatever for the resume, and for whatever reason, some of the girls that would come in there looking for jobs or whatever, and they would leave their application after filling it out, I would go and, check through and see, well, I'm gonna email everybody and let them know that I'm getting in touch this week or whatever. And then I look at their freaking email address and it's something like, you know, horse banger 69. And I'm like, why would you put that on a job application? Like, what is wrong with you? Because, back in the day or whatever, they probably thought that that was hilarious. And now you're trying to find a job and you're putting a horse banger at gmail.com on your freaking application. Like, the hell's wrong with you? But mine were pretty benign. My first email address is still the email I use today. I use AOL, and people always laugh about it. Yeah, you're missed too, Marie. I hope that you can come and join us in Discord sometime. You've been asked about to see how you're doing, and I said I did not know. Let's see. Do 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 do. All right. Last question. Would you rather your iPod only shuffle sad songs or songs tied to one specific person? Would you rather your iPod only shuffle sad songs or songs attached to one specific person? Well, it depends on what kind of songs those are, because sometimes those are sad songs too. I don't really mind listening to sad songs, like even if I'm in a happy mood. They don't really change my mood too much, if that makes sense. I don't mind listening to sad songs all the time. Like that's not gonna change how I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'll listen to sad songs all the time. The song's tied to one specific person depending on how much I really like that person or dislike that person at the time. That could be real bad. Only have one email, so I'd go with the say screen name. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow. All right, you guys. Let me get my release paper here and set this baby down. I hope that you guys had fun hanging out tonight. I will be heading over to Discord to chill out. I hope that some of you will come and join me there and do some diamond painting, hanging out, all that fun stuff before I've got to record my whip and chat later on. Otherwise, I'll be back on Saturday to give away lots of prizes for Mary Morales. Don't forget to get in your weekly requirements, putting in your photo and commenting on the weekly video. And if you've already done that, well, then I'll see you on Saturday. And you will win some prizes, hopefully. But that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for chilling as ever. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful world of ours, that you are having a glorious morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right, guys, I will see you soon.